Chances are you see this car everywhere, the Tesla Model Y. It's more than just another popular EV. It has become a true automotive phenomenon, one that's completely shaken up the car market. So today, we're going to dig into the full story behind it.
And when I say phenomenon, I am not kidding. This isn't just about being the top electric car. For a while, the Model Y was the single best-selling passenger vehicle on the entire planet. Not the best-selling EV, the best-selling car, full stop. That's just wild.
That kind of success is absolutely staggering. And it makes you wonder, right? What is the real story here behind all the numbers and the hype? To figure that out, we've got to peel this thing back like an onion, starting with the story Tesla wants you to hear.
Okay, so to really get the Model Y, you have to start where pretty much every buyer does, with Tesla's official pitch. We're going to peel back the layers of this whole story, starting from the outside and working our way in.
And, on paper, the pitch is incredibly strong. It kicks off with some seriously thrilling performance. We're talking 0 to 60 in as little as 3.3 seconds. Then you get the practical stuff, a really solid range of over 300 miles, a massive 76 cubic feet of cargo space, and of course, access to that Supercharger network, which is still the best in the business. It's a really compelling package.
But Tesla, they sell more than just specs. They sell this core promise of safety. And their claim is, it's incredibly bold. Engineered to make Tesla vehicles the safest in the world. Now, that isn't just some feature on a list. It's a cornerstone of the brand's identity and a massive selling point, especially for families. And to wrap it all up with a bow, they make a very, very tempting financial argument that over time, owning a Model Y will actually cost you less than a similar gas-powered SUV. But is that actually true? Well, that single question is our gateway to the next layer of this story.
So let's dive into layer 2, the financial reality. Because with any new car, let's be honest, the sticker price is just the beginning. The single biggest cost of owning an EV is often the one people just don't see coming.
And that cost is depreciation. It is the silent killer of your car's value. It's that gap between what you paid for it and what you actually get back when you sell it. For almost any new EV, this number is huge, often bigger than what you'll spend on electricity, insurance, and maintenance combined.
So let's look at the hard data here. Based on forecasts, a $50,000 Model Y could lose $10,000 in value in the first year alone. By year 3, its value could drop all the way down to just $27,000. The key thing to see here is this. Nearly half the car's value can just disappear in only 36 months.
And this shows you exactly where the Model Y fits in the wider market. Now, it actually holds its value better than a lot of other electric cars out there, but when you compare it to traditional cars, it's a whole different story. It depreciates faster than your typical gas SUV and way faster than a hybrid, which right now holds its value better than almost anything else on the road.
So what's driving that depreciation? Well, part of the answer is that the Tesla Model Y isn't just one static thing. It's kind of like a moving target, constantly changing. And that brings us to layer 3, the product itself.
Because it's literally not just one car. For example, say hello to the Model YL. This is a brand new, longer version of the car that rejiggers the interior for 6 people, and it's aimed squarely at bigger families.
And the changes here are pretty significant. The L version stretches the car by almost 20 centimeters, and inside it swaps out that middle bench for 2 captain's chairs, which makes the third row way more accessible and totally changes the whole feel of the interior. And all that extra length? Well, it translates directly into pure utility. The Model YL has over 2,500 liters of cargo space. That is a gigantic amount of room, putting it right at the top of its class and making it a real alternative to much, much bigger SUVs. Okay, so we've seen the pitch, we've looked at the financial truth, and we've seen how the product itself keeps evolving. Let's put it all together and get right to the core of it all. What this means for the person who's actually thinking about buying one, the owner's bottom line.
So, with everything we've talked about, why do millions of people still choose it? Well, it really boils down to this powerful combo. A lot of folks feel it offers the best overall value in the electric SUV market. Its real-world range is consistently great. That Supercharger network basically kills range anxiety. And yep, even with that depreciation, the total cost of ownership can still be 20 to 30% lower than a gas SUV, all thanks to savings on fuel and maintenance.
But, and this is a big but, there's one giant, unpredictable risk that just hangs over every single owner. It's the wild card you can't control. Tesla's habit of suddenly and dramatically cutting prices on brand new cars, which can literally vaporize thousands of dollars from your car's value overnight.
So if you're an owner, what can you possibly do to protect your investment from this kind of risk? Well, experts have some pretty clear advice. First, treat that battery well. That means prioritizing slower home charging when you can. Second, keep meticulous records of everything. Third, fix any little cosmetic dings before you sell. And finally, try to avoid any extreme modifications that might shrink your pool of potential buyers.
Which brings us to our final thought. When you stack it all up, the incredible technology, the family-friendly practicality, and those undeniable financial risks, what does the Tesla Model Y really represent? Is it a triumph of innovation, the peak of practicality, or just a volatile investment? What does it represent to you? Thanks for listening.